Welcome back to the Prosperous Life Podcast, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up today. It is my goal to show you that you are not always right. You see, a lot of people nowadays walk around with egos feeling like they always need to be right, and that if they're not right, then they're not enough. They're not smart. They're not strong. They're not reliable. But I'm here to tell you that not being right all the time is actually the cool thing. Recognizing that you have room to grow is actually the cool thing. I used to be so caught up with being right. I saw life black and white. You can ask my wife right over here. I was very argumentative. If it wasn't my way, it was the highway. Life was very black and white for me. And that only led to me falling short in my relationships. It led to a lot of arguments and frustrations and me not being able to relate to people. But the truth is, the moment that I saw that I wasn't right, and the moment that I began to be open to saying, I'm not right, can you teach me? Or the moment that I started looking for coaches or mentors, or being able to just sit down and have a conversation with somebody that I completely disagree with and being open-minded to their perspective inside has changed my life. It's allowed me to connect with people that normally I wouldn't be connecting with. And that's opened life up to be really beautiful. The thing is, that's for a lot of people. A lot of people, as I mentioned, are living life black and white. They're living their life not talking to people, cutting friends off. And I'm not saying it's a good thing to be friends with people that are not dragging you down or aren't living up to your value or your standard. But what I am saying is it's okay to sit down and have a conversation. It's not necessary to just cut somebody off just because they don't have the exact same viewpoint of you, whether that's political, vaccinations, religious. It's okay to be friends with people that are really good people that just have some different viewpoints. Can we be real there? This is why we have this whole thing going on of diversification. Is that even the right word? Diversification? Separation. I don't know if that's the right word, but we're going to go with it. Point is, what happened when COVID came out? How much diversification, separation took place? Diversion. Thank you. Division?
Yeah.
Division. Thanks. And shout out to the beautiful wife over here. And also, it's our anniversary. Shout out. We're recording this October 5th. Our anniversary is October 8th. So this is just a good relationship tip, period. But to get right back into it, let's look at COVID. The whole political viewpoints of Trump and Biden. The vaccination, do we or do we not get vaccinated? Races, religion, it doesn't matter. Your values is what matters. If you can be friends and open-minded to somebody with the same values but with different viewpoints, you can learn something from everybody. If we recall the amazing book of the Bible, that Jesus was even friends with the sinners. You do not have to be perfect. And you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be friends that are perfect either. Your way is not necessarily the highway, and your way is not necessarily the right way either. And today I'm here to tell you that you are not always right. And if you're so caught up with always being right, and you have this chip on your shoulder that if I'm not right, I'm not enough. If I'm not right, I'm not manly enough. If I'm not right, then there's something wrong with me. Well, you're not. Begin to recognize that you're not always right, and your life will change. Your marriage will get better, because you'll begin to be more open-minded to the other person's, your spouse's viewpoints. Your relationships will get better because you can genuinely sit down, have a conversation with somebody around a fire or just at the dinner table and it not get awkward. Because whether they agree with you or disagree with you doesn't matter. They're living to your value. That's why you're sitting at them at the dinner table, and they just have a little bit different of a viewpoint. That doesn't entail that you are right. They are right. It just means that you have a difference of opinion. The only reason that you think you're right is because you think you're right. They also think they're right. So again, be open-minded to the difference of conversation. Recognize that there is always a way to become better. Always. We don't need to play life to extremes. Whether it's a political viewpoint or whether that's in business or whether that's in relationships. You can always get better. You think your communications with your wife, your friends, your business associates is great? I'm sure you could get better. Think your sales strategies and the way that you sell is the best? I'm sure you could get better. You think the way that you run your household is great? I'm sure you could get better. You think the way you do finances is the best way possible in the world? I'm sure you could get better. The moment that you don't think that there's any opportunity for growth is the moment that you shut the doors to all opportunity to come your way. You shut the doors before they're even there. Recognize every single thing you're doing right now, you can be better. Recognize the person that you are right now could be better. Sure, love yourself with where you're at. Love where you're at in life right now. That doesn't take away from the fact you can be better. Your life can be better. There is room to grow in everything. And you are not always right. And I want to reference my last statement from before. Even Jesus was friends with the sinners. You're not above anything in the world. Ed Sheeran was homeless. Now he's looked upon by millions and millions of people and one of the most profound talent, most popular rapper, artist. Ed Sheeran? Yeah, he is. Ed Sheeran is a rapper. Yes, I am right now. If you've heard his last song, he's super talented. He's even rapped with Eminem. He's amazing. But you're right. He is a singer as well. He just has a most diverse talent. He's just so talented. The point is he was homeless. So a lot of people nowadays won't even wave at homeless people. Won't say hello. If you don't want to give money, fine. I understand why that's a controversial aspect. But are you really so above them that you won't even say hello or wave to them? I hope anybody listening to my podcast, and if you are, you most likely are just like me, is that if you're human, you bleed the same blood, the same color. Doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, where you're going. We all bleed. And just because you feel like you're better than somebody doesn't give you the right to mistreat somebody. And I will tell you this, just by you not looking at somebody, just by you not waving or saying hello, is just as rude as giving them the bird, giving them the middle finger. A lot of people that commit suicide that have failed, thankfully, say that on their way to commit suicide that just somebody recognizing them, saying hello, asking them if they were okay, a wave, recognizing them, could have possibly stopped them in their tracks from committing suicide. A wave, a hello, anything of an acknowledgement to somebody that's going through homelessness or drugs or anything in life makes a dramatic impact on the way that they see the world, they see themselves. You are not above anybody, but I also will say this, you're not below anybody. But Jesus was friends with the sinners, so it makes you above everybody else that you feel like you're above. So I'm going to come to the conclusions that don't have your cup so full that you can't get better in any aspect. You're not always right. It's okay to see and hear different other opinions and viewpoints. And it's okay to be friends with sinners. Doesn't mean that you have to surround yourself with them. But I shot a podcast with a gentleman named Eric Wickland, and he taught me that a stranger is just a friend that you haven't met yet. It's okay to be friends with strangers. It's okay to be friends with people and to wave to them. That's being a friend. So reach out and make an impact on this world, on yourself and other people. And naturally, you're going to live a much better life. With that in mind, thank you so much for showing up today. I hope you all have a wonderful and beautiful week. And if this added value to you, subscribe and leave a review. Thanks, everybody.